We are here in Muscat in the office of the developer WUJHA Developments. The project I've already talked about is UPTOWN Muscat, a residential complex, and Central 7, a commercial complex being built by this developer. Today I'm in the office. Let's go together and take a look at the model. Of course, I'll also show you the progress of the construction, but right now you can see what it will look like in the end. The model really lets you see this, which is why this presentation is so important. So here we can see the entire location and how it will look in the end. What is the most important thing you need to understand? That right now, these buildings you see are highlighted in blue. This is Knowledge, Oasis, Muscat. This is the Muscat Knowledge Center, a key IT cluster that already exists. It's important to understand this. All these buildings are already here, and companies like Microsoft and Motorola operate here. This is very important. That is, the management of these companies, their guests, when they come, they need somewhere to stay, either for a short time or to live here permanently. That's why a project will appear here, the one you see, called of the One Mask, which will be the first residential complex. In this location, importantly, the developer is also building. Also, Central 7 is a commercial building that will be available for rent. Moreover, the developer will manage this building, and accordingly, company offices will also be opening there. If you want, I'll take you to see the large model of what it will look like. You can see that it's a modern office building, and it's important to mention that it will feature modern technologies, including solar panels on the roof. Accordingly, everything here is about green energy, and there are relevant certifications. What's great is that here you can not only buy an entire floor, but also rent it out later. Retail spaces have also become available for opening shops, coffee houses, and so on. So you have the opportunity to invest in commercial infrastructure, and the developer will handle the management. This is very important. In other words, the developer will manage this property themselves. That's a very good thing. Now let's take a look at the project itself. So what will we have in this project? At the moment, the first phase is being sold. This is a building consisting of 3 separate buildings, but they are united into a single infrastructure. That's what we have here. The project is called UPTOWN ABC, meaning 3 blocks where you can buy apartments. All the apartments are modern, just as you're used to in Dubai, and are delivered fully finished. If you choose options that are fully furnished, then you'll even have forks, spoons, dishes. Everything will be completely ready for you, so you can just move in. Accordingly, you'll also have access to amenities here, of course, such as swimming pools, a gym for everyone, and a separate one just for women. Additionally, there are plans for more infrastructure here. There will be a clubhouse, which is a common building that you'll be able to use. You can see that there will be opportunities for things like tennis courts and, of course, areas for children. Everything is taken into account. And this main location here will be a boulevard. As people like to say, it will be a boulevard, a pedestrian area for walking. So that everyone who will be living here has a place where they can spend time. The next thing to be built here will be a hotel. The hotel brand is still being discussed, but it will definitely be a branded hotel. This is to raise the status of this location. For those who are used to staying in hotels, let's go over the location once again from this side of the mountains, since we're in Muscat. So you'll be able to enjoy the beauty of the mountains thanks to the location near the Muscat Knowledge Center. What do you see here? Here, well, we can't draw the road here, but this is exactly where the highway runs. When I was driving from Dubai to Muscat, you immediately see all these beautiful office buildings. You see that everything is functioning, everything exists here. So it takes about 20 to 25 minutes to get to the airport and roughly 30 to 35 minutes to the center of Muscat. In this area, the Sultan Qaboos University is located. Accordingly, there are also several thousand visiting professors here who regularly come to the university, which is ranked among the top 30 to 50 in the world. So you have the first residential building and then a complex of buildings that will be available specifically in this location. What do we get here? First of all, we get a fully connected infrastructure from the perspective of living here. These are all modern amenities, high ceilings, floor-to-ceiling windows, and a contemporary, high-quality, almost premium finish. This includes swimming pools, a gym, and so on. You have a fully operational commercial infrastructure which is present in projects where the world's largest IT companies operate. Accordingly, you will have a new business center. Do you want to invest in a commercial building? Go ahead, invest in commercial real estate. And you'll have a space designed for comfortable living. The entry cost for investment? Here, for a studio that's almost 50 square meters, which is quite large, fully finished with renovations and even furniture, it costs around $135,000. Of course, these units sell out quickly and the price rises a bit, but this is one of the best investments in terms of entry and entry threshold. Installment plan for 3 years. Construction completion is expected around the end of 2027 or the beginning of 2028. Central 7 will be completed at the end of next year or the beginning of 2027, but your installment plan will still be longer than the actual construction period because it's important for you to get this long-term installment plan that the developer offers. So yes, many people say it's far from the main places, but again, we're in Oman, we're in Muscat. It's the same as in Dubai, transportation. Everyone has it. In this location, for this price, this is the best offer you can find here. And there are no modern complexes nearby at all. That's why I believe this is a good investment. You can make it with a starting price of $135,000 to invest in this wonderful project.